Welcome to the Dow Daily, a new resource from the Money Mentor Minute. Learn finance and investing from my money mentor, finance professor Scott Brown, PhD, sponsored by the stockmarkettradingchannel.com. Become a better investor with a free trial. Now here's Dr. Brown with today's update.
Okay, welcome to today's update of the 30 Dow stocks. These are the largest stocks in the world. Let's start with the index itself and its aggregate. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and you can see that it's pulling back. Now tomorrow we've got the Federal Reserve. There's over a 90% probability that they're going to increase interest rates by a quarter. So the markets look like they're pulling back on that news. Apple is flat. It reports earnings after the bell on Thursday. Amgen is down. American Express is down. Warren Buffett owns a lot of American Express. So it's interesting to see. He owns a lot of Apple. He owns a lot of American Express. You can see on one stock it's been rising, on the other stock it's been falling, which is this one. Boeing is down. Their MAX airplane is an absolutely horrible airplane that should not be flying, and they keep forcing it down the mouths of consumers through the government. Very mismanaged company. So it's selling off because of problems with its plane, most likely, in my opinion. Caterpillar pulling back. Great product, great company, but it's downtrending. And Salesforce is pulling back. Cisco Systems is pulling back, and you can see that this stock is on a downtrend. The thing is like there's a lot of people that get really hung up on technical analysis and really complicated technical analysis, and the reality is that the most important thing that you need to look at in technical analysis is the simple trend line. Don't forget that. And support and resistance is just a flat trend line at a certain price level. Here's Chevron. It's falling pretty hard. I would imagine that oil is dropping. If you want to know what oil is doing, I track it every day over at Stock Market Trading Channel. Go get a free trial over there. You can get a 7-day free trial, and I go over everything from how to trade these different stock charts with options and versus shares, and I go through, for instance, oil prices and other commodities that we track over on Stock Market Trading Channel. So make sure you go over there and get a free trial to that. But right now oil is dropping hard and Chevron is dropping hard. The fact that oil is dropping hard is a good thing. We definitely have a problem with climate warming. And as oil goes out of favor, we expect the price to drop, because there's always going to be lots of oil because of all of this organic matter over millions of years that have deposited under the soil of planet Earth that keeps generating new oil every year. And covered the Dow for you already. And Walt Disney is pulling back, but look, this is still a bullish formation. It's holding above that trend line, and it may fall a couple of more days, and when it turns around, it's going to be an excellent opportunity to add to a position if you already hold Disney. But again, we talk more about that over at Stock Market Trading Channel, much more in depth. This is Dow Inc., and it's downtrending. This is Goldman Sachs, and I'm going to mark the trend line on Goldman Sachs. Now look, Goldman Sachs is uptrending. Today, I would say it kind of really started to break the trend. We're getting a pullback now. Again, we've got interest rates coming out, and everybody's pretty spooked. Coca-Cola is pulling back after that nice move up. And McDonald's is flat today. 3M is in this gradual uptrend and technically bullish, but it's pulling back today. And look at the big jump in Merck & Co. That's unusual. We've got a weak day. The indexes are down and Merck is up. You want to pay close attention to stocks that do that, the stocks that rise on a day when the Dow in general is down. You're seeing a lot of stocks that are down, and that's pulling everything back. Microsoft is up. Looks like a hammerhead. And that's a good example of near perfect support, near perfect resistance, which is something you want to be paying attention to. Again, we cover that more over in Stock Market Trading Channel. You can really go into depth. Lots of courses and training material over there. Nike is down, but still holding above that triangular wedge pattern. It's now looking more like what's known as a bull flag. And Procter & Gamble is down, but holding to its uptrend line. Man, this thing has had a nice run, hasn't it? And by the way, I pointed out Procter Gamble over in Stock Market Trading Channel when I was back around here. So people have known about that. Subscribers to Stock Market Trading Channel have known about that. Paid subscribers. The Travelers Company is down, but holding the trend line, just like the last one. And United Health is flat today, and Visa's down today. Yeah, today everything's pulling back today. It's a down day. Verizon's pulling back, and Walgreens. Look at the big drop in Walgreens. So this is a major break in that trend line. So these are the kinds of companies that you want to avoid with this kind of chart pattern. Again, you got to remind yourself, trade the chart, not the news. Trade the chart, not the news. And the reason is because this chart is a summary of everything that affects the market. All the news that's coming into the market is either going to drive the stock up or down. So at the end of the day, the truth is whatever the stock chart says is the truth, right? Because that's what actually traded, right? So it's really important to remind yourself, and for me to remind myself, trade the chart, Scott. Don't trade the news, because the news will show up in the chart. I may know that something's falling or rising because of some sort of news out there, but that news has to show up in the chart or it's not news. And this is Walmart. Walmart's down a little bit today, but holding to its uptrend. And that's what I've got for you for today's Dow update.